Well, I'm over here at my rock bins. Let's just say I'm a rock hound. I really love collecting stones, and I'll pick up pretty much anything I find that looks out of place or different. And I have these bins right here, which you probably can't see, but a whole variety of different stones. Little pieces of agate and some stones that, are like, I don't even know what the hell they are. So I've got a lot of pieces of petrified wood. Like, for example, when I went to the Eclipse Festival a couple of years ago in Oregon, it was on this farmer's land, and they had, a rancher's land that had never been used for an event before. And so basically they made all new roads and set the whole place up just for the event, meaning that everything there was fresh and all the stones were laying around, and there was all kinds of really cool ones. So I was listening to a band play on the stage, standing by this fence post, and I looked down, and this was sitting there. See if I can focus in on this. It's a piece of petrified wood, and it is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, that if you're, petrified wood is, it's actually the state gem here in Washington. I took a slice off of the side. It looks gorgeous when it's polished. And the reason why petrified wood is, there's a lot of different grades of it, let's put it that way. And this stuff is just gorgeous. So anyhow, before I get off track, I just decided to grab a random rock out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and slice the rock down and show you what it looks like on the inside. This is the rock I chose. At first it didn't look like much. I looked closer and I was like, actually, at first I thought it might be a piece of jasper, and now I'm thinking it might be jasper and agate. So we'll go ahead and slice it up and see what we can find. Rough rock came these beautiful slices, and as you can see inside it, there's some really nice agatization. But anyhow, first you end up with a nice slice, and then I rough cut it down to a cabochon size. So this will be a nice cab. I see that it has a vein in there, so I probably would wrap this one well if I was going to actually sell it, but I'm just using this as an example for the video. Now I'm going to put it on my machine, and this is part of my lapidary wheel setup, which I need to replace. Obviously it's getting low. I need to put a new wheel on there, and I'm going to go ahead and polish one of these up, just see how it looks. Perfect example of what I was just talking about. I made a video before this where I was showing the stones and then the second cut, and then I mentioned how this had fractures in it, so I would never actually market it, but I wanted to use it for an example for the video. And no sooner did I say that, and I dropped it on the floor and it went blink and broke right in half. I thought that was pretty funny. And that's one of those things that I guess is a perfect discussion to have. When you're working with stones, you have to look at the, all the different lines in the stone. You have to look at the fractures. You have to look at potential fracture areas. and you have to work within the cleavage of the material you're working with. Like I've worked, working with obsidian, for example, it's so easy to chip. That's why you don't see a lot of obsidian worked with in that way. This, for example, is that sliver off of that big piece of petrified wood I showed you earlier. I was just kind of messing around with wrapping it with just regular old wire, just for the hell of it. And like these are some of my early experiments with lapidary work. This right here is a piece of yellow and red jasper, and that one polished up really nice. And you won't always get jasper to polish up nice, and that's just the thing. I have a lot of stuff that just is too porous to polish properly, certain types of quartz and whatnot. These other couple I've got over here, these are just regular pieces of, well, a piece of quartz and then a piece of moss agate that I was just playing around with, but I don't really have any large pieces here to share at the moment. I just wanted to kind of give you an example of how easy it is to work with stones. And as I said, the saw that I used out there was a cheap $80 diamond blade tile saw, and you can use any grinding wheel as long as it has moisture dripping on it. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you learned something and enjoyed it as much as I did. Take care.